Welcome everyone to the Chosen One Tournament 2025, an animation tournament that will decide who are the top animators in the dojo community. Now, as you guys know, this year's prize pool is a whopping $22,500. Oh my goodness. This is the largest prize pool in dojo history, you guys. And dare I say, it is the start of a new era for Hyun's dojo. The goal for this year was to push our community to their limits and return to our roots of what made me start animation in the first place. And that is stick figure animations. That's right. The top 6 animators will claim the prestigious rank of Oni, but there can only be one chosen one to hold the highest rank of all the dojo. First, we need to shout out the people that made this event possible, and that is our sponsors. We got so many generous members from our community that donated to this event. Telepurte donated $5,000 to the pool, Becker pledging $3,000, Hyun pledging $2,000, Maige with another $2,000, Bit of Pix with $1,000, MattFDraws with $1,000. All these people personally donated simply to just give back to our community, so huge thanks to our community members, you guys. Next, we have Heroes, Battlegrounds, and Jump Showdown, who have collectively pledged $2,000 to the pool. Please support them by playing their game for free in the link below. Grace pledging $1,000 and providing our awesome stick figure keychains. You can even get your very own designs made into keychains and other trinkets by visiting our link for a $10 coupon. And if you want to support this tournament, we have a brand new set of Dojo stick figure keychains that are live right now at shop.hyunsdojo.com. Once again, let's give a huge thanks to all of our sponsors for making this tournament possible. All right, give it up, you guys. Let's give a round of applause to the sponsors, you guys. Hey, thanks for your money. Okay, thanks for your money. The prompt for this year was a simple one, and that was to make the best stick figure animation. We will be watching the top entries from this year and finally announcing the 6 Oni and the brand new chosen one. So hope you all can stick around to the very end of the video. There are also so many animations that we won't be able to cover today, but you can watch all of the submitted animations and the judge scores in the link below. Now, we have some hard-hitting judges this year, and I'll have them introduce themselves. So say hi, everybody.
Hey guys, it's me, Stone. You may know me as the creator of Fluid Anims and the RHG system. I'm super honored to be judging this year's Chosen One tournament. I wish you all good luck.
Hey, I'm Pluto. I've been in the stick figure community for about 20 years, most notably created and hosted the Doors collaborations, and more recently I released a fighting game called A Few Quick Matches. Just wanted to say congrats to anyone who finished a full entry, and good luck to all the contestants who made it this far.
Hello, I'm House. You may know me from being the previous winner of the tournament, and I will be your judge this time. I can't wait to see what creativity you bring to the table. Best of luck to everyone, and congratulations on finishing your entry.
Hello guys, my name is Stealth, or the Sassy Owl. A lot of people just call me the Owl Guy. You may know me from my Average series or my KJ series. I am very excited to be a judge for this year's tournament, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us. And with that being said, I wish you all the best of luck.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Hyun, and I am a judge this year. Yes, I am judging this year. Yep, good luck, everyone. And yes, I am a judge this year. Okay, the judges are ready. I am ready. I just have one question for you guys. Are you guys ready? Hey, let's hear it in the chat right now. If you guys are ready, let me know. Let everyone else know. And for those of you who are watching this later, show us that you're ready by liking and subscribing to this video. You know what I'm saying? There were so many good animations this year that we have a few honorable mentions. Okay, so we're gonna watch those first. Here's our first honorable mention.
Hi, Mom. Give me a sec.
The hell out of anyone around, the sounds are near. My sister locked her door one time until the coast was clear. I wake trying to remember it, grab a glass from the cabinet, close my subconscious, trapping it down, try to pry it open. I wake trying to remember it, grab a glass from the cabinet, close my subconscious, trapping it down, try to pry it open. Then it becomes a problem. 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 Bad thoughts give me bad dreams, and my bad dreams make me get up and walk. Bad thoughts give me bad dreams, and my bad dreams make me sleepwalk. This voice comes across the room. I'm standing on my knees. I'm panting, breathing heavily. There's rug burns burning me. I wake trying to remember it, grab a glass from the cabinet, close my subconscious, trapping it down, try to pry it open. I wake trying to remember it, grab a glass from the cabinet, close my subconscious, trapping it down, try to pry it open. Then it becomes a problem. 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 Then it becomes a problem.
I have an honorable mention as well for my favorite song. I've never heard the song before, so I don't know if it's popular or not already, but I really like Cade Words.
I knew we were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
It felt like a music video / a Gilded Guy animation because of it.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the shots were like really impressive, like really well animated or really brave choices to make.
Oh yeah.
There was one where like he gets thrown towards the camera and like pause stops with like their ass right in the shot, like but it was really well done. But the song was really big for me.
But yeah, I actually do really like Cade's entry. I just but like I wouldn't replace it with any scores we have currently.
No,
but it is like one of those entry I watch it. I was like, yeah, I like watching it. It's nice.
Big thanks to, is it Cade Word or Kide Word for participating in this year. Let's move on to the next honorable mention. Let's watch.
that it just can't. This is a blank one that it just can't. This is a blank, 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 blank.
欲しくないのさ気休めだけのサイレンス街に渦巻く笑顔上手のノーテンクス手足を縛る思惑なんてヘビーだね心尖らせたまま生き続けるのさ見せないぜ Now I'm searching for heaven 空さえも駆け抜けるぜ Dash Just running up Look running up止めないでくれ一人きりのレジスタンスしっかり直して作る涙はテイクアウェイ命ギリギリ立ち向かうのがスリルだねたとえ明日が俺に訪れなくてもYeah!
I don't think I want to make a case for it, but
Yeah.
it was personally
Yeah.
my favorite animation out of the bunch.
Sure.
And
Which
it's
one? Which one?
it's the meteor. Number
Oh,
15.
that one! Oh my god, I actually
Meteor?
love that one.
Dude,
What?
Oh,
the
this one, this
meteor
one,
is
this one.
sick.
I'm so glad you brought it up. Estelle, I'm so glad you brought that.
No way, dude.
This
Well,
one
I'm gonna
was
add you,
so
friend.
fun.
I'm gonna
Like, but it's just like when I started watching this, pretty much hit me with that feeling of like Newgrounds animation, and like that art style is just nice and fun. It's pretty polished and simple for what it is. It kind of reminds me of like a Zeta brand meets like Slush Invaders type of feel, and like
Yes.
I think this guy's scarf is pretty cool, like a smoke
The
scarf.
smoke scarf deserves.
Yeah, I love the
an
characters of this one.
upgrade.
I love
yeah,
the
they
characters.
Innovation.
they're great.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
man.
one is the one that I just wish I could put higher. Like it genuinely is the
too.
one. Like
Yeah.
I
sure, yeah.
love this animation, but I just can't justify it over anything else because I do think it's like animation wise, it's weaker. I think
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
plot and narrative and understanding wise, it's weaker. Pacing, it's a little
Mhm.
weaker, but I fucking love it, dude. Like I
Yeah.
love it.
I agree.
so much.
I think where it suffers the most was that like there's a whole sequence that's like 3 minutes long where there's no
Without
music.
music?
5
Yes!
minutes
No
and
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
thought it was broken. I thought my computer wasn't working, or I thought that this was a mistake and they like didn't enter it incorrectly or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You know, like they're in space, you know, so like there wasn't really be that much sound. But I feel like there's so little sound to warrant the music being gone.
This is like one of those entry I feel like has a shit ton of potential.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
if they just like shorten the length, but like I'm so glad that you brought it up. It is unfortunately technical skill wise, like art skill is I docked the score on that, you know, as like everyone
Yeah.
kind of is. But
Mhm.
like this is actually one of my personal favorite out of all the entries because it's so fun to watch. Like specifically the beginner section.
One of my favorite anime of all time is called Dead Leaves, and it reminds me so heavily of Dead Leaves, and I just love it so much. It's by the guy who made Gurren Lagann, like before they made Gurren Lagann. And Dead Leaves
yes.
was like the very first thing they ever made, and it's like a 45-minute short film basically, but it's so cool, and it reminds me so much of Dead Leaves, and I wanted to love it so much more.
It's like if I saw this animation back in the day, this is the type of animation that would make me personally want to start animating.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like these characters were so expressive, and it was set up like relatively well. And then as the fight went on, they slowly just lost their character,
yeah.
I guess, and then just kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, and then the audio cuts out, and then they keep fighting.
I was expecting like so much more story like from that
Yes,
point when they're in the
yes.
station, but then it kind of just didn't continue.
But there's so much missed opportunity. Like at the end, there's just no development at the end. It's just
Yeah.
they just fight, and then one guy wins. But yeah, good call out though for this. Okay, obviously these are awesome animations. Huge thanks for Lamb for participating this year. It was a very big treat to watch. Next, honorable mention. Let's give it a watch. This is my personal favorite. Okay, my honorable mention has to be this because there's no way we can't not mention this one. Nycox, man.
Oh,
Dude, I wish this was higher, dude. I really, really wish it was higher because it's so funny. I just like it.
yeah, no, genuinely.
And this gives this
Wow.
obviously
So
One
freaking
Punch Man
good.
vibes, right? Like One Punch Man inspired.
I mean, yeah, One Punch Man is his favorite anime.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I love One Punch Man. I respect
Yeah.
his direction of this, but yeah, and some of the shots, like this
Like
shot
what,
was
like
so
that?
good.
Yeah.
So good. What?
I love this. I love this.
And like there's like memes that were formed in the chat when we were watching this. So you like there's like stickers, and like that face is turned into an instant
dude.
sticker.
So good.
Yeah, this is like my personal like guilty pleasure favorite. I think.
I think that's a perfect
Yeah.
term for it. Yeah, I love this one too. It's just there are others. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just-
literally it. And another time, this gets first place in a different tournament. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's so
different
many parts of
universe.
this that are genuinely so great.
Big thanks to Nycox for participating this year. That was an amazing animation. Love it, and I hope you guys are loving it too. Okay, let's move on to the next honorable mention.
number 3. I'm surprised didn't make it the top 7.
This one
Yeah.
was super high on my list too, actually.
Yeah, it's 3rd for me.
I was so hyped for the first like minute of this. I was like, holy moly, this is sick. And then it just slowly like didn't deliver for me what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I
this
think
one was
it-
pretty low on my list.
It just
Really?
dragged for me.
Really?
Yeah, I
The
think like
end
me,
was dope.
Stealth, and Pluto had like the exact same issue with this exact issue.
Okay, so what about this was dragging for you guys? Because I was thoroughly impressed with this, with just how much fight there was and action, and then especially when the music picked up, it got pretty crazy, you know, and it synced. Like I was having a blast watching this. Personally.
Interesting. So my technical skill is really high, but my art and design and the effects and polish are some of the lowest on this graph.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe
That's-
it's
I
just
did the
because
same thing.
maybe it's just because I've worked in Blender and in 3D, and so I kind of know what certain things look like when you don't have to think about it too hard. And yeah, maybe I can just see the 3D imperfections a little more.
I mean, this part was
But,
sick though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the animation itself is really good. I just yeah, I don't know.
I have like some issues with the music choice paired with the choreography because sometimes the choreo was, for the most part, the choreo is fine, but then this animation had a really fast song, and some of the choreography was very slow paced compared to the song. That threw me off a little bit. When it gets to like the other stuff that's more fast paced, I kind of don't have that issue anymore. But like Pluto had said, the imperfections like with the 3D models, I use 3D, so I think we're all just finding out how to make this simpler or if it's just complex to do. But that just reminded me. Whenever something came up that was like a huge reference to something else, I kind of docked points on innovation because that was like a dominate reference right there. And when
Okay.
I mean, is that
not
really a
know
bad
that.
thing though?
it's not
me-
necessarily a bad thing, but it's like I've seen it before and I've seen so many people reference this thing before. So when I look at these in a tournament aspect, I'm not expecting to see references like that.
Okay, I disagree with
me,
that. But, go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
For me,
sorry.
like, so if you go to like 40 seconds in, right? Go to 40 seconds in.
Yeah.
The music here was really cool. I thought the character designs were really cool. That shot specifically where they're like looking off, I was like, oh my god, like what am I about to watch? Like this is,
Yeah.
I haven't really seen this in stick figure stuff, and I'm like really intrigued. And then if you just click through the rest of this video, every single time you click something, it's gonna be a really fast-paced, like swingy thing happening. And it just went forever, and the pace never really changed again. Like it's just non-stop, like fight, and I don't know, I got bored. Like it's really well animated the whole way through, but I was just like, all right.
Yeah. This entry is actually, I think, 4th place for me. It got a pretty high placement, but I actually completely agree with what Pluto and stuff is saying, because it's like, it's how long is 12-minute long, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's almost
this
all
is the long
fighting once
one.
it gets going. Like after the 2-minute
it's,
mark, it's basically all fight.
Animation I have like a 29, and then art and design 14. In fact, the polish 15 is like pretty high for me, and audio I give it a full score. But I did stock like a few scores when it comes to pacing, because there isn't much things going on, and I think my biggest, I guess, caution when it comes to tournament this year is that I don't want people to feel like just because they made a really long entry with really complex fight by default means they're gonna win. The fight is really cool to watch, but it some part of the pacing is really, it drags a lot.
I will say, I feel like I docked it a little too much for art and design and effects and polish, and if I put it where I think it truly deserves to be, it does fall into the top 7. So, and I mean, I can tell an insane amount of work was put into it, so it's not like it was lazy or anything like that. I just think the other 7, like the ones that were already in the top 7 are hard to
they are
beat.
really good, right?
Yeah.
Here's my thing. So
Champion it.
this is, to me, I find it interesting that the one thing that you guys point out as your biggest negative across the board seems to be that there's like this not as much story, kind of dragged on fight, right? In a stick figure animation, for me specifically, that's what I want. I'm not watching Lord of the Rings. I don't want an epic. I want to see stick figures smack each other, dude. And I want it to look cool. And I want my eyes to be like, yeah. And I want to be like dialed in. And for me, this did that. If you're saying there's a stick figure tournament, my brain's gonna go, okay, they're going to be fighting. I know that they don't have to be, and I know that is not a requirement. But as me personally, I wanted to see this. I wanted to see distinctive characters fighting bad guys, and we got that in this. And there's even like a final boss mode, right? And so I was actually like, yes, thank you, because I don't want a ton of backstory and lore, and I don't want to digest all that. When I'm thinking stick figure, I want easy to digest, you know? And so that's my biggest thing, is I think your guys' biggest negative, which I'm not invalidating it, I could see that perspective, is actually my biggest pro. Because I felt like these characters, when I think back, I can remember what these characters look like in my mind's eye. Like I can remember the three distinct like heroes, as it were. I felt as though, even though they said almost nothing, they had a little bit distinct personality to them that I feel like they're actually different. They're not. This isn't just one with black with hair and green with long hair, right? Like I felt like they were actually different things, and I felt that the shots and angles and styles and pacing of those shots, like see how many times we're changing angles and stuff here, but it's still reading. That works really well for me. So if the fight is keeping up in pace, there is a big bad guy. It's got good action, but it's not just, if you're going to give me a bunch of angles and stuff, I want to be able to still understand what's happening and what's reading, and I felt that way throughout the duration of this, even though it is quite long. That's why, I mean, like I said, so it's actually tied for second for me.
My first watch through of this, like, I didn't get bored at all. I don't know about you guys, because, like, yes, I got Dominate vibes from this animation, but, like, Dominate is literally the same thing. They're fighting each other for like 11 minutes, and they keep saying, "Let's end this," or "This is the final round," and they just fight each other for like another 5 minutes, and it gets more epic.
That is a good point. That's a good point. So there's only one part. There's only one part. There's only really one part in Dominate when you say it that I can remember right off the top of my head, and that's like the big punch where it's like becomes like a huge stab and it goes into slow mo. The rest, but that's not a bad thing to me. You're like, what you're saying is 100% valid. But at the same time, if I think back, it's more so like what Hyun said. I think back to how I felt when I watched it. Like, and even this part right here, this part at the end here, I felt like it had an epic ending, and I actually sat there with the screen being black because I thought it was for dramatic effect for something else to happen at the end. And I was like, oh, whoa, that was it. That was its like dramatic ending. But there's no like memorable mode for me was this. But I like to look at it like that way too. Like I may not remember the specific beats, and it may have gone on for more than it should have, but it kept me locked in to where I didn't even realize it ended when it ended. I was watching it tentatively throughout, so even if I couldn't remember anything from it, it still had me until the end. So like,
no, I mean,
to be said there.
I honestly, if this ends up in the top, 5 to 7 or whatever, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't be mad about it at all. I think it's an awesome animation.
This part was my favorite part because it not only synced with the music, with the beat drop. There's like super heavy dubstep, and like these beams are going along with that, and it was just super epic for me. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy! And they're all like grabbing his legs and freaking like just trying to do something, but nothing's working. And this dude loses a leg, and then it gets knocked into a flashback, and his leg somehow healed, and then like they go for a final epic battle. I'm just like, what
Dude, you just skipped around to like the perfect animation for me.
No, it's good. I'm just saying it's good. JD, thank you so much for participating this year. That was an amazing animation. As you can see, you guys, the competition this year was insane. Let's go ahead and watch the next honorable mention animation.
I love this one.
I love this one
Okay.
too. Oh my god.
This is probably the best looking one, or like the most well drawn and color theoried one, in my opinion.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
felt
for
like one of
sure.
the entries that was by far one of the more complete ones. Like none of these
Mhm.
shots looked like they still needed work. It felt like they got to the point where they wanted them to be for pretty much everything, which I really, really liked a lot.
Yeah, I actually have a lot to say about this one because, like, um, well, first of all, the character design is great, art direction is great, storyboarding is great. The composition of the camera is like well angled.
Mhm.
And just in general, it feels like a complete short film, right? Like
Yep.
it got a nice message, it got a nice story, and like also yeah, like the newspaper sliding is
Yeah.
really good art direction.
Mhm.
I only dock the score when it comes to technical skill. This is like one of those entry with like not too good like animation, but really good
Yeah.
art and really good story.
Mhm.
And this one is like pretty high up in my personal rank. It's like fourth place, I actually think. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I really like this entry particularly.
I feel like there was a confusing part. I think it's somewhere around this area here where I'm confused. It's like they were protesting, and I there's like the person that gets killed, and I was like, wait, I had to keep going back. Like, wait, who got killed? Because I thought it was the guy that was over there.
Yeah. I was confused too, like during this part.
Yeah.
And I was asking the chat when I was reviewing this, I'm like, chat, am I dumb again?
I
Because
felt
I don't
very
know why that guy died.
Yeah, I felt dumb.
And
I
I'm
didn't
like,
get
why
it
is there
like
a
I said.
lion now? Did I miss something? And I think they mentioned the lion in the newspaper article, but I missed
Mhm.
that on the first watch through. So when I saw like a whole ass lion coming up on screen, I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
why is there
I
a lion?
paused and went back and reread and had like looked into the details more closely on the news article about the lion taking them out.
Yeah.
And then I was still a little confused because I'm like, okay, well then this is putting our hero then in that person's spot, but that is them or is it not them? I was just
Yeah.
I felt dumb. I felt dumb. I was like, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like it's not this story, and I feel like it must be me on this, but I couldn't quite lining it up all the way.
Mhm.
I do
Yeah,
remember
think
now.
just
Yeah, it
because
was.
like yeah, I watched a lot of like films like these, so usually like when it comes to details, it's easier for like me to catch it up. So I kind of just watched the first time, I just understood it.
Really? Wow. I mean, for me, I usually judge plot and narrative, pacing and timing based on like my first watch through. And if I didn't get it on like the first time, then I feel like that's an issue.
Yeah, I would say I feel like what could have helped with the confusion of the timeline, like when is past, when is now, is probably the design of the characters could have been more different. Depends on like which period of time they're in.
The biggest dock here for me, unfortunately, was sound, and it's something that I'm really picky about. And I
Yeah.
felt like the songs in this were just a little generic, and then also there was no
Mhm.
sound effects, so it's just
Mhm.
the song didn't carry it enough for me, which actually probably attributes to some docking of the story as well, because I think those things go hand in hand a lot of the time. Beautiful entry though.
Really gorgeous.
Yeah, this is like something I was not expecting to see this year kind of thing.
Muhei, thank you so much for participating this year. This was a treat to watch. We haven't even covered the top 7, and this is how good these animations are, you guys. Let's give a big round of applause to all the honorable mentions that we just saw today. Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, you're not clapping. Hey, keep clapping, you guys. Keep clapping. Okay, everyone. Now is the time to announce our new Onis and finally the chosen one. Are you ready? Our 7th place winner for Oni, $1,125 prize pool winner is...
This is the TV.
Oh, it looks so cute. Can I see? Pizza. I got that from school.
disagree with. I have something to say about Ethan's.
With Ethan's one, I think I'm probably the biggest bias when it comes to this entry because it hit way too close to home for me. But I would have to say this one I actually tried to watch it like a few times just to be sure that my I guess my concepts of the pacing with this one is correct. For me, this actually didn't drag. I was expecting myself to feel like it's dragging, but I was like really focused throughout the entire animation with this.
Yeah, me too.
It's like a really good portrayal of art block when it feels like, I guess, and also like the current years to be an artist kind of feels like this. So.
So I think this is the other end of the stick for me, no pun intended, for like what my personal flavor is not really interested in as much when I see a stick figure animation, right? This is very like very story driven, not much, and that doesn't have to be a fight, but like it's not very action based. Some shots I'm like, yo, that is insane, like that's so good. And in other spots where I'm like, oh, that was actually a little jarring for me because it didn't feel as like up to par skill wise versus other shots, you know? Them actually like changing up I don't know if it's a change of program or change of brush styles or whatever, but like it is really bold to completely change up the style or feel when you're in the middle of the same animation. Like I feel like it didn't add, it subtracted it in some ways for me. This is one of the ones where I knew I'd actually stand out as an outlier because it's not my personal cup of tea. In some of the things that they did, and I was a little bit lost in the story at some points, but I do think that plays into it not really being my flavor, right? So I'm not as locked in the whole time, beat per beat, you know, even though I am watching it tentatively, as I would be for something else that's more my flavor. And like even some of the stuff, like again, where it's like in this shot here where it's like painted, like I don't know if it's a different program completely or whatever. That's really brave to do that. Like I could never. That literally terrifies me to like change up everything so distinctly in the same animation. It's hard for me to score it very high based on some of those things.
My biggest dock was for art and design, simply because the main character is quite literally just a stick figure.
Really? Okay, I need to make a case for both of you guys.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I just mean on the like, you know, in terms of a character design themselves.
No,
like it's just you know, if you threw him in an Alan Becker animation, I wouldn't know the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then pacing and timing, I just thought, you know, same. Like I said, it's the same situation as the last. And I also think like if you're gonna change the style visually so many times, you need to have a really clear vision for why you're doing it, and you also need to make every single one of those shots feel complete. And I feel like a lot of them didn't hit that mark for me.
Yeah, this is where I feel lost. Like this is one of the ones where I felt dumb. I was really impressed with how brave they were in changing things up, but I felt dumb because I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm watching anymore. Like I'm getting lost. Like there's some things I'm really liking, and then I have to go back because I'm like, okay, well I feel like I really must have missed something. And it's like, because this is like a lot of this is like big themes or bigger themes, and it's drawn out through the entirety of it, and it's re-referencing the themes from before, like right here, like it's literally looking back, right? And I'm like, this is deeper than I think I was initially ready for, or
this is deeper than I want to go.
And then I was like, okay, well I gotta go back. Let's try it again. And I'm relocking in. I'm like, okay, let me try to like. I was almost like trying to take mental notes of the beats throughout it, so that when it gets to that part at the end where I felt like I was confused, that I could like have some answers to what it's re-referencing or what is going on.
For me personally, okay, let me just make a case because I have this at 4th, I think. But I think if I could, it would probably be higher. But for the art and design, I feel like the stick figure.
I mean, look at the background. Like
really
like
the backgrounds are good.
Yeah, the backgrounds are nice.
But the stick figure being simple, I think it makes up for the artist kind of changing his
that's
construction,
exactly
the style, the texture. Even at some points when the main character is feeling like sad, they even change the frame rate of the character, like how fast this character is being animated, like frame by frame rise. And just the evolution of this main characters just having these different styles based on how they want us to feel for this character is, I think, was like there's no story that you need to super understand, and I feel like they made it kind of intentionally ambiguous of what the story actually is. But for me, I personally understood everything that this character was kind of feeling on the inside, and I think that's kind of what the storytelling bit was supposed to tell, was just the feeling of this character, and not really like what this character's like main story is. My first watch through, I understood it. I was like, okay, yeah, this guy is going through some crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, I would argue though that everything that you just said was more of a technical skill plus plot and narrative point, which I scored this one very high on technical skill and plot and narrative. It's just that the actual design feels all over the place. Emotionally, the character is designed well, but artistically, like I get what they're going through, but like I have no face to attach to it. I have no like, it's straight up just a stick figure, and I docked every animation in the same way, like for the same thing. Like if their character didn't really have any distinctive features or anything, I docked art and design.
Yeah,
like,
for me,
just
like
based on that.
the art and design, I'm pretty sure I scored it pretty high because it feels intentional for me for why the stick figures look like that, because it felt like a children drawing, because you can like clearly tell that the animator can draw like proper anatomy. They choose to animate the character that way, but art and design wise, I actually really like this.
Like what you said, House, I feel like everything that this animator did was completely intentional. Because you'll have shots like this, and then you'll have shots with like super limited frame rate, but then you'll have shots like this where it's like a single frame, camera rotation, lots of color. This guy just completely just made decisions on purpose, and everything was just for a reason, and that I can completely respect, making this character evolve in style as the story goes on. I mean, I didn't really completely understand the story, but I definitely got the feeling of everything. Our 6th place winner for Oni and the $1,125 prize pool is...
You want me to sign these?
That's right!
Sorry, I think you mistook me for another person.
Oh, really? So you wouldn't mind if I tell everybody where you've been all this time?
Wait! Don't...
So it is you!
How did you even know I'm here?
Well, I wouldn't be a fan if I didn't know where you were.
Right.
And you would be Surfer, right? You're so cute in person!
Will you leave me alone if I sign these?
Yep.
Well, I better get to it. Oh, wow. You even got the OG t-shirt when I was starting out.
Yeah? I was a pretty big fan. So you're done showing off or what?
This is pathetic. Using kids to kill? What are they thinking?
They? What are you talking about? I'm just a fan trying to get noticed by my former idol. That's all. okay? Fuck, this is bad. I should have brought ibuprofen.
I'll let you go.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
I'm serious. Do you really expect me to kill you?
You know, I looked up to a bunch of heroes like you. It's very unfortunate. You guys inspired so many of my dreams. Just to destroy them all.
Are you... Is this all about that rumor? You know how much I've endured because of that?
I can't believe it! You're so consistent, I really can't tell if you're lying or you actually gaslit yourself into thinking that! You should have gotten more acting roles before your career.
Sick of it! I'm sick of the fact that people keep treating me like crap just because of some fucking rumors! Ah! No, you bitch! You little shit! Ah! No!
We sold you out. That's how we found you. The girl backstage, remember? After that night, I told my parents about you. So they told the police. And the police didn't find a single thing. My parents are the only ones that believed it. So they gave me this. Faye, can you tell me what's this weird thing pointed at your head? It's power, Faye. But yes, a gun.
We're all alone.
My parents gave me this to protect myself from people like you. For the first time, I felt like I was untouchable.
My shadow.
You took advantage of us.
And me.
You tainted our childhood. You defiled our bodies.
We ain't no crowd.
You stripped away our innocence. I hope you fall as deep as I sleep tonight.
That's my echo. My shadow.
I loved the style of this one, like the
Me
actual
too.
feel
Yes.
of it felt good, like really nice.
Yeah, to be honest, this was the first one I watched, and after I watched it, I was confident that this was either going to be like my first or second, just because it oozes the kind of animation style that I love. And then I had to like pull myself back and be like, I can't just give this one first place because it's the exact style that I love so much. Like I need to judge it based on the rest of it as well. But I really enjoyed this one. This one was cool.
This is the one that sound the voice acting, right?
Yeah.
Really good voice
Yeah,
acting.
that was a big was a big thing for me because like a lot of them I feel would have really benefited for some good voice acting, and this one definitely had some good voice acting.
I love this so much. I just like
so
I love how
like,
ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing about voice acting. It's kind of a double-edged sword because if you have bad voice acting, then it could actually detract from the actual overall animation.
That's true.
And most stick figure animations, I'll be harsh here. Most stick figure animations, if they have voice acting, it's pretty rough just because it's more amateur and it's a lot of people's first project or things like that, and that's totally fine. But like this didn't feel like that, which I thought was really cool. Which is like the creator has no control over that beyond just like praying that their voice actors did a good job. So it's a huge risk to do it, and I like respect them going for it just by default.
I think I mainly for me, I mainly docked the score on this because of the storytelling. At the end, it's kind of like there was a story in like between the red character and the green character, being the green character the red ones looked up to and all that stuff, but it was like a an appropriate relationship situation and stuff, right? I just my only critique with this one is I hope that they could have foreshadowed it or even that part of the story out a little bit throughout the fight. But other than that, like the fight itself, like the animation and the art itself is really polished and maybe low frame rate, but it's clear, right?
Yeah. And one of I love that low frame rate style just because when done well, it holds its own against any kind of frame rate that you would want to put it against. And then if it's not done well, you can tell. And this one, it just works. But my docking points for this one was also plot, narrative, and pacing and timing. I just felt like the story could have been interwoven into the action sequences a little more, or they could have been trimmed a bit because they carry on a little bit too long in my opinion. But animation wise, like it was almost perfect scores.
Yeah, like they focused like kind of everything about the story, like every from start to finish about these two characters at the end of the animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like if they can stretch it from the like you know, without breaking the spoiler, I think there's a way to do it.
For sure.
If they try, but yeah, overall, I think it's a really solid entry, really solid.
Yeah, there wasn't too much of an idea of why this was happening until this point, and I feel like
Yeah,
if you're
until the
gonna
end.
do it that way, if you're gonna
exactly.
do it that way, you could drop in hints or just like lead up to it a bit more rather than it just all happen and then be explained. And
Or
then,
all 5 scenes, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I really like this overlap of the framing too, and like using different aspect ratios and stuff, and then having the characters go in front of it and behind it. It's really cool.
One great thing about the low frame rate during action sequences is that when you use still frames for dialogue, it's not as jarring, and I think that's a really good positive for this style, is it can get away with kind of like one frame scenes a lot easier than other kind of styles where there's like so much movement in all the other scenes, and then all of a sudden if a character's standing still, it's like a completely different show.
Yeah, and also just a small detail I really like about the style is like the shading, the contrast between the highlight and the shade is a very different color. It just it's not like blended, but it's like solid, but it works really good with the volume. I like that.
This was cool too.
Yeah,
this
the
illustration
was
of it
good.
not being in the slot was really cool. I was concerned that they weren't going to acknowledge the fact that like you see how it's red there. I was like, not everyone understands how a revolver works. I mean, it's pretty simple, but like I don't think everyone's gonna pick up on it. And I was wondering if they were gonna do something that would illustrate that the bullet is in the correct slot for the barrel. And that I thought that was cool. They made it red, so it was like, oh, okay, it's going through.
Yeah.
One thing I do have to mention though, I've heard that the animator that worked on this wants to quit animation for a really long time. So this is just me directly talk to you. I think you did great. Just do whatever you like doing. This is like awesome.
Yeah, you killed it. If this is your swan song, it's a good swan song.
Yeah, it's definitely something to be very proud of.
Our 5th place winner for Oni and the $1,125 prize pool is...
Let the show begin. Right away, sir. It's just in my pocket. These bodies were difficult to stack, I'm not even gonna lie. You think you knew a guy? Hey, boss man! I was expecting ya! What's with the glum face? You didn't think there'd be any consequence, right? But you know the old saying, knowledge is power after all, right?
So, wouldn't it be right to regulate that knowledge to make sure that it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands?
Wouldn't you agree? Unfortunately, we consider your hands to be foul.
Naturally, the higher-up sent me to grow the grass, if you get what I mean. And now...
I'm just waiting for the root of it all. You! I guess they built you sturdy. Even figured out how to use the anti-displacement field. Neat. I guess I did deserve that. Time to clock in for Act 2, am I right? Are you even trying? You probably must have wondered what you've seen. They call it the subspace. A bridge between portals, between worlds. It's really the thread that holds it together.
Planet carries an immense toll, an accumulation of intense memories, but from alternate lives.
Like the ones you saw right now.
And there's nothing you can do but sit back and watch. As a result, the stress tightens its grip to an unnatural degree. Your senses heighten, your body shakes, your mind scatters. It's just maddening.
But I found a way to return. An outlet for my stress to leave me. I'm not calm because I control my stress. I'm calm because I let it leave me as soon as it came. The flow of rage guides me to a peace of mind, in short. Care to join me into the stream of violence?
All those potential lives and promises shut down by you. And for what reason? A senseless drift, without connection to the river you're born from. I hate what you've come to do. I hate what you represent. I hate you. Not just because of these tools. Not just because it's business or protocol. Not just because you killed my men. But because this is personal. With the pursuit of death, there should be sorrow. And I refuse to let a dry smile like yours snuff out that sorrow for a cheap existence. For me and my comrades. I'll burn your apathy away and make you shed tears of flame!
Right or wrong, you can't even save your subordinate. The only truth that matters is the one that I make of it. Everything else is just meaningless static.
Don't say stuff like that.
And to you, my boss man, sorry about the mess. Unfortunately, the show must go on. Nothing personal.
The recruit boy. This one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
I love this animation. I love it.
I knew you would like it, Pluto. I knew you would like something
Yeah.
like this.
It's not my number one though. It's not my number one, but I do love it.
It's like I really like the art and style of this one. I would say that it is a bit jarring at times with how fast and like colorful it is.
Yeah.
And I can't say that the story does seem a bit confusing at times. Like this was
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the ones where I was kind of confused, really confused on the story.
Yeah, me too. This was one of the ones where I felt kind of dumb watching it because I was like, am I supposed to like be understanding something that I was supposed to catch?
I didn't dock this one for plot and narrative as harshly as I docked some other ones, specifically because I kind of related it to like a genre of anime or animation that is like purposefully kind of ambiguous and like kind of like self-aware that it's just absurd.
Yeah.
And that you're just supposed to kind of like, you know, jump into it and go along with the vibes and stuff. And obviously, like, the story isn't some perfect masterpiece or anything like that, but I don't think it's meant to be the most understood thing in the world, you know?
Yeah, I kind of got the feeling that the animator here kind of wants the user to keep watching it and then like catch stuff that we might have missed. Because I think this animation has like a ton of like Easter eggs or like little clues of the actual story.
I actually know the exact intention of what the artist did because we actually talked about it at some point when I first watched it. I did dock a lot of score on this one when it comes to narrative and pacing mainly because of the fact that like there are some parts, again, it's like the situation with Zishan's entry as well, is that there are a particular part of the story that's trying to tell the meaning or the you know, like the emotional morality behind the story, but it's at the most static part of the video. Is the conversation that like like the character having with the fiance, like that entire like conversation is supposed to be a background for this entire lore, but it's the most static part of the video, which is why I docked a score on the pacing. But yeah, like you guys already said what I want to say about the animation. It's like innovative as shit, man. Like it's really cool.
You can also tell that the style isn't done like this for like, it's not like trying to hide weaknesses as an animator. Like it's very intentionally insane, and you can tell there are some moments in it where like they really flex their animation skills and their animation knowledge and technique, and it's like, I know that this doesn't look like this because they don't know what they're doing. I know that they meant to look like this, and that's one of the coolest parts about it for me. But I will say it does suffer from the everything looks so good that when it does slow down and it becomes like basically still images, it happens. Like the curse happens where it's like I feel like I'm watching a completely different animation here than I was a little while ago. And it almost feels like if you cut this out and had this happen, you know, in a 10-second clip as opposed to however many minutes it goes on for, it would have been so much stronger overall.
And like on top of like my hard time following the story, when we got to like this part right here, I became pretty disinterested with how long this scene lasted, and the voices kind of started to annoy me. I'm not like it got a little too much with how long the scene is.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I know here they're supposed to be speaking like an actual different language, right? But like as a viewer, like the average viewer watching this, it is very there's like not much to look at besides you're just reading the text and hearing sound effects. I wish at the very least they could have probably animated these characters. Even if it's just idle animations, maybe that could have helped push expressions a little more. They could have did a lot more with character acting here, I think.
For sure.
One thing I do know about this animation's production process is that I know the artist barely storyboarded this animation. It was a completely like start to like everything just you know, there's like he's working on it as it goes type of animation. Which could potentially cause why the pacing is kind of like this.
True. Maybe.
But,
I mean, if he actually did that, then that is impressive for what this
it is
animation
still, that's
is.
actually more impressive than anything, right? Like
especially for like all the 3D stuff too. Like that's pretty crazy.
I do feel like this would have worked perfectly if they had kept the animation style through this conversation as well, because I feel like even when I was confused, I was having so much fun watching it that I didn't care.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the way I feel about like, you know, some of my favorite anime of all time. It's like I honestly don't know what's going on right now, but it's like so fun that I don't mind. And then, you know, when it gets to the still images, it's kind of like they have to have hooked you so much that you care enough to sit through the still images, like the giant conversation. And yeah, it's hard to keep that hook without the visual flair.
I will say though, there is one thing about the text and the sounds for the text that I really do appreciate. I didn't like it in this section where it's more still and it's just like endless, because you know then it gets kind of annoying. But if in an animation you're not gonna have voice acting, make me at least a little more interested when there is text on the screen. So I did appreciate that the text was animated, and then they had like this like, I don't know, techno like some kind of dialogue, something that comes across like something is talking, right? I actually do like that, if as long as it wasn't just so much all at once in the still section. But I love this when it's like peppered throughout. I thought that was great, and I think they did a good job. And that's the other thing that a lot of people missed out on, is they actually made it readable. They definitely spent time making sure that not only that they're showing it, but you have enough time to, oh, there's going to be text on the screen. Okay, I'm reading it. And I got to the end of it. Okay, now it naturally fell off at a pretty good pace. Sometimes text gets thrown up there, and it just disappears before you got 2 words in, you know?
Yeah, I know someone mentioned that they got tired of the like Animal Crossing text and stuff, but if they hadn't done that and it was just a blank, I would have turned it off. I was straight up.
Absolutely.
Like,
for sure.
They're like, I'm just used to that time of talking audio because, you know, Deltarune and like Undertale.
Yeah. So that does make a difference. It does make it infinitely better. Even if
it helped.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, great job overall. This was, I think this was the third place for me specifically.
It was a something to watch. It was like definitely like something you would watch it and be like, oh wow.
I just loved all the characters. All the characters, like, they were so different in just character design, personality, and skills, but they all kind of interacted with each other really well.
Yeah, that was one thing that I really tried throughout my judging because, you know, the part of the prompt was to create an original character, and these were some of the most memorable characters in the competition. And so I tried really hard to adhere to that and like give props to that where I can.
I was kind of rooting for Boss Man. Well, sadly he died.
Yeah, dude. That was so sad.
I think I had such an affinity to this animation because it reminds me so heavily of when I was like 11 or 12 and at 3 in the morning Fooly Cooly came on and I watched all of Fooly Cooly for the first time, and it's like I have no idea what's happening and I'm half asleep, but it's like it was perfect and it became an obsession of mine. And this was very much in the same vein where it just like took me back to that and I loved it.
It feels like LSD Jet Set Radio throughout the entire
Our 4th place winner for Oni and the $1,125 prize pool is Max Hogan.
Yeah, I figured this would be up here. I put it up here pretty high. It's just so animated. You know, there's just so much animation. It's hard to not put it really high up in the animation competition.
Yeah, this one I give a full score on the technical skill.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much perfect from an animation perspective. My, biggest complaints on this were plot and narrative.
Same.
I've seen this story about 8,000 times, so, and then also, again, like I really liked the prompt of making like an original character and stuff and trying to make them unique, and I feel like that didn't quite happen here, but it's just so well animated that it almost didn't matter. Like I have to respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think without question, it is technically skilled when it comes to like just frame by frame animation for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
The explosions, the fire, the freaking, it's just like a high budget anime if you're just watching it.
Yeah, the animation, like easing is perfectly controlled. Timing's really good on the key posing, and the in-between's really good. Really.
Oh yeah. Twitter would call this anime peak all day.
Yeah, absolute cinema.
All day long. This is absolute cinema.
Yeah, I think I probably like. I'm not sure how hard you guys docked it, but I docked a lot on the story for this one.
Yeah. I mean,
I did dock a bit on the story.
I docked a lot on the story, but I still had to give pacing and timing a pretty much perfect score, just because I had never once wanted to turn away from it. I never once like felt the energy level dip or anything, and even when it kind of slowed down, I was there for it, just because it was still animated really well throughout the whole thing. The only big weakness of this, what I would say, was plot narrative and then innovation, because I mean, I've seen this also 8,000 times, like this exact fight in 8,000 different anime. So
yeah, it does feel like every stick figure's tragic backstory, tragic friendship, relationship with their best friend. This is just a little detail. It's nothing like I really docked a score on. It just I was kind of expecting the yellow character to win.
Yeah,
or something.
me too.
So,
I was just sad. I was just like, I don't know.
yeah, like like that's it. And I was like, oh no.
Maybe that was his intention. Was to
I think it is the intention. Yeah, I think it is intention. But like that's just a personal preference. Like that's not my type of story. But I didn't dock any score on this, like at all.
Yeah.
It just like yeah.
Yeah, this is just one of those things where I genuinely feel like a lot of other entries had a better storyline and had even better characters, but like at the end of the day, it's an animation competition, and god damn, dude, they just animated so much more than everybody else. The
red character kind of looks like Patrick Star in that particular.
Yo, is this Patrick versus SpongeBob? Like it's stick figure form?
Oh my god, it is! Oh my god, it is!
Max, can you
These
confirm?
aren't original characters?
All right, guys, we're getting into the top 3. This is gonna be close, you guys. Our overall third place winner for Oni and the $2,225 prize is... We got Sulfur Animations.
Oh yeah, this one was nice.
Probably the best use of colors and glows and the most vibrant animation without hurting my eyes, which says a lot because
Yeah.
it's just so saturated. But to pull off like a highly saturated animation like this without making it look too much is really impressive in my opinion.
I really like the sync of the storytelling and the music on this one. It's one of those entry that I watch and I would feel hopeful after I finish watching it. And I really like the I guess what it's trying to tell behind this video, because I could tell that Sulfur worked really hard on this. And he's, is trying to kind of like tell you they're kind of falling behind.
Yeah.
Comparing to like some other people sometimes, it's just the energy it gives off is really positive. That's like one thing I really like about it. Well, animation, it's consistent, really consistent. And well, like I think some of the part isn't too clean, but that it doesn't really affect too much for me. Yeah, overall, I really personally really like this one because it kind of like hit close to home when it comes to the story itself. So the pacing and the innovation, I kind of give it pretty high up, just because of it's really it's aiming towards like the artistic struggling, and the top theme of the tournament this year is about stick figures. So I think the fact they are focusing on the artist, I think, is a pretty good direction.
I do love this animation. I by no means think plot and narrative, pacing, innovation, overall impact, it all scored great for me. I think it's gorgeous, obviously, but the biggest thing for me was like technical skill, to be completely honest. It just feels slightly unfinished. Like it has a lot of polish for post-processing and for colors and effects, and it looks beautiful, but like the animation itself, especially areas where like the music picks up and it's supposed to be the most impactful moments. It just felt like a little weaker than some of the other entries on an animation level, and so I docked its like just the animation itself a bit.
Yeah, I think that's really fair actually. That's like what I also mentioned is like the polish is a bit rough from time to time. Yeah.
But I love it. I love the message and I love the pacing of it, especially. I think this is probably under the hood. This probably is like the best storyboard and the best paced by far. Yeah, some of the character animation, like this is perfect. This is awesome. But the whole animation kind of doesn't keep this quality the whole time. Like the character's silhouette kind of changes from shot to shot occasionally. The kind of like amount of frames that are used changes pretty drastically, but I love everything else about it so much.
Yeah, like I pretty much had the same points. Like I liked it because it's not just a stick fight at the end of the day, and then like even with like the message and everything, like I do feel like it's just a good vibe animation, and like I want to keep watching it just to see like how it ends up and everything.
It also very cohesively tells the story in such a tight amount of time, and it's like it's really great. And I think that was one of the strengths of House's animations from last year, is that everything was just so tightly woven and there was no fluff.
One thing I can add is there's really good clarity of shots too, like the shots themselves, not just the pacing, but like I know what I'm looking at. Like there's a lot of things a lot of times where I'm like I'm super confused, or I have to pause and be like, okay, where am I going with this? I didn't feel that at all this entire time. Even when they're doing these quick cuts and like sliding through different time frames and everything like that, all the shots make sense, and my eyes are led from left to right or led through the shot, and that's what I want.
There's no like insane camera movement, but it's like it's enough to like to make an impact. But like overall, it's like you can understand, especially the beginning part. Is like you know exactly what's happening, like even though it's really fast and it's like well boarded. Yeah, for sure.
They use so many different shots in this too, like these little cuts. Their like shot vocabulary is really impressive. I think probably the best music video.
Great job, Sulfur. You did it.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, we have the final Oni to announce. Whew, it's getting exciting. All right, are you ready? Overall second place winner for Oni and the $4,500 prize is
Attention, this is just a test. Dance now.
Mateus.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have. This is my highest rated one, but I have a lot of mixed feelings about it.
Same.
Yeah, this is probably the most. I don't even know.
It was low for me. Yeah, it was a lot lower than I'm shocked.
Yeah, but three of
not
us
in a
have
bad
it.
way.
Three of us have it at first, and then House has it as fifth. So that's pretty interesting. Big difference in points.
I originally had it ranked pretty high. I guess for me, I just still cannot get over the fact how Alan Becker this feels.
Yeah, I could tell off the first shot, like when the stick figure came in, I was like, this has a huge Alan Becker feel to it already. And then it started doing all of this, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is just.
And also, yeah, like specifically that shot, like that's exactly in AVA episodes, like with the exact design. Which I guess could be just a direct reference or something, but
it could be.
I think even though it does give off humongous Alan Becker vibes, I liked the story. This was the highest storyline for me, or the highest rated plot and narrative for me, and it also had a pretty good pacing and timing score. The reason it's lower for me is the technical skill is, even though this is really long and really good and really well put together, I feel like it just wasn't as high quality as some of the other entries animation wise.
The moment that I entered like the Dojo universe sphere, and when like all that like heist thing going on, I actually like had a pretty big like change of mood on the like watching it, because of how much characters there are. There's so many characters.
I will say is like where I do have this the highest rated on mine. I almost feel like that this animation, where it does feel like a complete package in my eyes, and like the polish is crazy, and it's pretty high quality, and like the perspectives and everything, the technical skill is it's great. But when it comes to the cameos and stuff, where I love all the like characters that get shown and everything, I almost feel like that's pretty much the main part of it.
Yeah, that's what that's like that you actually like just described what's actually like in my head. Like it's a heist, but it kind of does heavily rely on cameos, right?
No, but that's the thing though. Like I can appreciate cameos, right? And they can be, fun to look at, and it's like a haha, look at that, that's me kind of moment. But the reason why I think it was done really well is because everything was put into like this fictional world, right?
Yeah.
And it was world built really well because, I mean, the
Yeah,
dojo doesn't
yeah.
look like this, right? But then they made it look like it was like a
Like
real
it's a
place.
production.
Yeah,
it's
like
like a studio.
it's
Yeah,
an
it makes
actual
it look
place
like
you
a
can
studio.
go
was
to.
creative.
And it's not just they're just sprinkling cameos everywhere. It's like
It's part of the world.
they put the thought into putting all these things together and making it make sense.
We could do such a great expectations versus reality for what Dojo really is in real life now, because we could use this as the expectations and then just show whatever the living room looks like in
Trust
the
me.
dojo right now.
No,
as
you
the
don't want to go to
reality.
the actual dojo.
No.
Oh yeah. By the way, just on a side note, when I first watched this animation, I got really confused because I thought people actually animated in this because of how accurate. Like if you just watch it the first time, I kind of actually thought that Taro made like an animation in this part because like the table session, I was like, wait a second, it's not his animation, is he? But like, yeah, and then it's like the amount of effort the person put into replicating each creator's art style is actually really impressive and nice detail for me as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like from one person, this is pretty impressive with like all the
For sure.
backgrounds and details and everything.
Also remember the sounds and the music choices were really good.
This was
Like,
the only entry that got a 5 out of 5 for audio
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
I
audio.
felt like
the
it
only
felt
one,
really
really.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you because like everything just had really accurate, good sound effects. Plus, the music was fitting. I mean, it was just like Monsters Inc. vibes, just crazy,
Monster Inc. Yeah.
crazy, wacky. I don't know. It was just done really well. All right, everyone. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Let's have a moment of silence as we await the announcement of our new chosen one. Everyone stand up from your seat and give me your energy, because I told you so, okay? To see the first place winner of the Chosen One Tournament 2025. Let's go, everyone. Okay, you can sit down now. The overall first place tournament winner for the Chosen One and the $11,250 prize pool is...
I assist ya, or do you get the picture? If you don't budge, I'm gonna have to hit ya. With the tactics. Hit ya with the tactics. Hit ya with the tactics. Hit ya with the tactics. Yo, the lace is loose and fist tight. I never lose a fist fight. Sun up and up all night. If I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it right. A to the R to the A to the E. F what you think, I'ma stay G. H is for hot, cause that's what I be. IJK, I'm cold like Slurpee. Ooh, goddamn, I drop bombs. I was born with the brains in the brawn. I am the king, and you're just a pawn. Who's got the high ground now, Obi-Wan? Alphabet rhymes like chicken noodle soup. Two-door beamer, pick you up in the coop. Shooting for the hoop, jiggy on the loose. Shark mentality like my name Bruce. Hit you with the punk tactics. 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 Hit you with the punk tactics.
This one. Afrotique. An old friend from a long time ago came back out of nowhere, dude.
Out of nowhere.
I'll start with this one because this is my very far
Okay, no one's
away,
taking the microphone from you. Go ahead.
this one for me, like across the board, is almost perfect. This was like by far and away what I believe deserved first place. No matter what happens, Afrotique, in my mind, you have won this competition, bro. Like this, it is so good. The story is clear and it's quick, and there's no like fluff or anything, as I was talking about in previous entries. Everything that you wanted to say gets said in a timely manner, and it's fun to look at. It just oozes style. Yeah, the music fits it perfectly. The main character is memorable, and I actually like thought about them afterwards and could remember what they looked like and what they did. Like everything like hit. Good shit. Good job.
The level of detail he puts in these stick figure faces. There were other stick figure animations that put this kind of detail, but it looks like uncanny or kind of weird for some reason. But like this one, I didn't get that at all. It just looked nice because it just fit with the style, And oh my god, when this beat dropped, holy moly! I didn't get goosebumps watching an animations for a long time, but this gave me goosebumps, man. Just.
Yeah, I also think it's just like a coincidence, but like this song was like one of like I really like this song. I've heard this before, and when this like song starts playing during this animation, this is gonna get good. This is gonna be good.
It's funny. It's funny because on that point, I feel like I am the complete opposite because I heard this song come on and I got very excited. I was like, "Oh, Punk Tactics! I love this song. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen." But then, with the song, I feel like not enough was happening in tandem with the song. I feel like a lot of the song was just playing while there was just still shots in the background.
Stealth, you're actually not alone on this one because I actually talked to someone on innovation for this one. Because it's, again, when it comes to story, I love the animation. I already said that. Pluto already said that. Like, animation is really unique. Style is great, actually. And I love the sound choice, but at the same time, as Stealth said, it's just a bounty hunting revenge situation kind of, story, and is one of those story I've seen a lot kind of thing. But like other than that, I actually like I think this entry was like pretty high on my judging list.
Yeah, so for me, like even though the story is super generic, the the character itself kind of carries it, and the music choice and the pacing and the timing and everything makes like the simple story okay for me. Because again, like yeah, sure, like it's a revenge story, but it's not. I haven't seen it done like this exactly ever, which is really nice and refreshing to see.
Yeah, also like the 3D is really impressive
so
here.
good.
Yeah, the 3D is pretty good.
For me, the 3D was a little bit distracting in my personal view. I think maybe if this 3D background like had the same like comic booky style from the beginning,
Yes,
that
yeah,
would have been
yeah.
insane. But it
yeah.
does kind of change in style, so it was a little bit distracting for me personally.
I wanted to touch upon the, like generic themes for the story devices, because I think it being a stick figure tournament alludes in my mind that I actually do want to see some of those generic themes done in a way much like this that separates it with what Pluto is saying, where it's like, yeah, I've seen these kind of themes and stories many times over, but how this one was how it executes in its style and its memorability is what sets it apart. So to me, I kind of like that it is that traditional, kind of more generic storyline, but it doing it this way with its flavor, kind of like it's almost like it's paying tribute to the typical stick figure story plot lines we've had.
I personally think there's like nothing wrong with going with a cliche story as long as you can pull it off really well, because like these types of stories are cliche for a reason, and it's because they work, and they work really well if you do it really well. But
as long as it's not boring.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think like for me it's just like I'm fine with cliche stories as long as there's enough to fill it up. If there is some particular shots of compositioning and stylistic within some of these fight scenes that gives you more event happening within events, I think that would make it perfect for me. I feel like it's just for me, it's like a very like start to finish story, and with a song like this, I feel like it would be so cool if there's like more to it.
I think for me it was like it hit so much different because it was literally like the first time I heard that song, so I was like,
I just think this one feels like the most complete out of everything. I feel like even though, the ones that we talked about that are over animated almost, and like it's just insane animation, like this one just feels like you could put this in a portfolio as a completed piece. You wouldn't need to touch it, and people would consider it like a finished project.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There is one thing I wanted to point out. This is like, I didn't dock any points for this, but it's just a funny little nitpick. But if we go like to the end where like the black stick figure here puts his hand on his earpiece, his left hand here has the thumb on the wrong side.
He's just reaching over, bro. He's reaching over with his right hand.
Yeah, he did the old reach around. I can see that.
Yeah.
His arm's broken.
Exactly. Come on, Stealth. You should see these things, right?
He was like that the whole time. Keep up.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh wait, there's another hand right here actually.
No. He's doing a
No, dude. You don't get it. You don't get it.
That's the cameraman off screen.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Afrotique. Yes, you are our new chosen one for the Chosen One Tournament 2025. Give a huge congrats to Afrotique, you guys. He deserves it. Amazing work. Amazing. Now, I kind of wanted to go behind the scenes a little bit on how we actually judged the top 7 entries, because we didn't do it based off of just raw score. We actually went back and we had an in-depth discussion on who should be the winners. So I kind of wanted to share that audio with you guys a little bit because I think you guys will appreciate the thinking process behind it. All right, let's tune in. This is what we have so far. This is top 10 right now. I know there's a lot of disagreements with this one, but are we okay with calling this chosen one, or do we want to?
I want to change my number one. My number one was how it is, but basically the 1 and 2 is how it is on my placements. But I kind of want to put Afrotiques in number 1 now that I'm like spent a week looking at watching them back to back, and then all of our discussions, and then watching them again back to back.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like in 2 years, if you ask me, what I'm gonna remember the most about this tournament. And even if I'm super vague to start, I'm like, oh, it was like this one that was like black, white, and red. And I'm gonna see in my mind's eye, I'm gonna see shots of Afrotique's.
Yep.
I feel like his is gonna stick in my mind the longest. And looking at them side by side, I actually do put his above Mateus's, only if by a hair.
I don't have any particular opinion on like anywhere below first place. I just personally wouldn't put Medius on the first place as well.
I'm gonna keep championing Afrotique. I just think he nailed the prompt on top of technical skill and on top of like design, and
innovation.
It just feels very finished. It's very unique as an entry, and the only thing you can dock it on is the narrative, but I think it's done in a way that's really cool. So
yeah,
I won't mind obviously if it doesn't get first or anything, but I think it deserves it.
Because like I agree with you guys, because between Mateus and Afrotique is like 98.7 and then 98.5. It's literally like
oh wow,
dude.
So like I would be completely fine if Afrotique took first, and I'd be happy with that. If the judges
let's do that,
like
man.
really like that too.
I feel like that feels good.
I personally, I might get a lot of flack for this.
No, you're not. You're fine.
No.
You will. You will. I will kill you.
Okay.
This is just me. But personally, I feel like coming from Afrotique, I expected a little bit more. And I don't know if that's like, if I'm like expecting too much, but like going based off of his past animations, between Mateus and Afrotique, I feel like Mateus had a fuller package with the polish and the simple story and everything. My only docs for the animation was the innovation, because I felt like there wasn't really much to it wasn't too memorable. And I feel like in terms of the tournament, it's just, I'm gonna make an animation about the tournament. And I don't think that's too creative.
Oh, you make a good case too, though.
I want to hammer this part home because I think it's really important. I think memorability as a category that doesn't exist is incredibly important.
I mean, I think I'll remember this, to be fair. I think Mateus's is quite memorable, and I've been swayed. I mean, this was like 10th place for me or whatever, and I've been swayed very heavily to like put it way higher.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's an animation competition, and the biggest like category was technical skill.
Yeah.
And I feel like they are leagues apart from each other as an animator. Like, I mean, this is good. Obviously, it's not like, piece of crap or anything.
Yeah, no,
saying that.
absolutely,
It's just,
absolutely not.
I probably am leaning more towards putting Afrotique on top, because if we were to look back on this only exists as the tournament animation. That's the whole story with it, the whole thing about it. As with Afrotique's, it's, you could be like, oh, like why'd you make this? Oh, this was for the tournament. As for with the other thing, it's just, you can just tell by watching the animation, as that was the whole point of it.
Yeah, and it's like, I think I'm probably the most judgmental when it comes to Media's entry, because it's kind of like when it comes to love and passion for your own character, I feel it more from Afrotique's animation.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, this is not an easy choice. I just think that the only deciding factor for me, even though I was the one who also put Mateus's first above Afrotique's by a hair in my own list, is that I think that the more time goes on, I remember Afrotique's very distinct animation for much longer in my memory.
Yeah, me too. Like, 100%.
And I think that really matters.
It just it feels more like there's a personality behind that.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
All right. Well, I guess that's that then. I agree with you guys. I think there's all really good points. Okay, let's cover Sulfur down to Zishin, because these are also prize money winners for these. So I'm at a disagreement with Muhei personally. I feel like they're too high. They did have really good art. They did have a pretty in-depth story, but I can't really justify Muhei's animation ability over, I don't know, some of these other top 10 people.
I honestly think I agree with the list. To be honest, I think Muhei. If the only category was animation, I would change a lot of stuff. But the only devil's advocate for Muhei is that their characters are borderline not stick figures. They are so close.
That's funny. I was gonna ask, like, was there ever a point with these animations where you guys were like, these aren't stick figures?
Yeah, I think I naturally never had that because I'm the person probably with the most on stick figure looking stick figure characters. So I guess it never crossed my mind.
That's fair. I was watching Muhei's entry and I was like, that is a cat. That is not a stick figure.
I'm gonna actually just say something really bold, and then I'm gonna back it up. Okay? Because I agree with your guys' points, but I do want to add this into the pot. I would actually, with my whole chest, switch Muhei and Zishin. And here's why. Both of them, very stylish. Very, like, I think we can all agree that they both have very stylish characters that are distinct and memorable. I think that they both have good story that have an element. They each have an element of like this is a little confusing, or maybe I didn't like. There was a little tiny bit, right? Little tiny bit of the story for each of them. But there's one very, very, very distinct difference in between the two, and why I would actually swap them, even if they are both very, very, very close. Is that I absolutely loved the very high quality voice acting that Zishin's has, and I believe with my whole chest, if the sound category had more room, they would be swapped.
I would not agree with that. I think because like story wise, like I think just in general, like on a story, on a pacing, Muhei's story tells a lot more morality, a lot more good concept of a full film comparing to Zishin's entry. And if we swap Muhei and Zishin just because Zishin's entry has voice acting, that doesn't feel right for me.
I think Muhei's story actually does. I think it's more impressive that Muhei tells the story without voice acting than it is impressive that Zishin has good voice acting.
That's a fair point too. That's a fair point.
But I do think that Zishin's is animated better. I will say that.
Yeah, that I do agree with you.
Yeah. So it kind of comes down to like if you want to reward the story over the animation, which I don't want to be the one to choose that. That's a hard choice.
The point of this tournament was to focus more on animation quality, which is why animation itself has more of a big point chunk than storytelling and creativity. I think judging based off of that, I do think Zishin's animation skill is more impressive than Muhei's. For me personally, I go based off like if I understood the story and if it was clear to me on the first watch through. And for me, when I watched Muhei's story, I was confused the first time around. And then when I watched Zishin's, it was clear, it was concise for me. So that's why I would put Zishin over Muhei in my opinion.
The last thing I wanted to add to this as well, on the point of like the skill side, is there's like 3 or 4 very, very distinct shots in my mind in Zishin's that stand out to me, that are very memorable. Like there's like the revolver part where it's got the revolvers within the revolvers as an ammo chain. The shot at the end where they're going back and forth through the roulette and showing the bullet casing. Like there's distinct shots that just linger in my mind from that animation stylistically and animation skill wise. And even though Muhei's animation is very stylish, very polished, very beautiful, there's not really any shots that really stand in my mind as being like, whoa, that was sick. And it's like I don't know what to call it or what to label it as, like shock factor, wow factor. I know that there's just a couple different hits in Zishin's animations that just stick in my mind, and I don't really have that same sticking power in Muhei's.
But Recruit Boy is also in the middle of these two.
Yeah, Recruit Boy's right in the right
spot,
though. Can we at least put Recruit above Muhei and Zishin? Like, I don't know.
I feel
I like his entry more than the other two. personally.
I feel like this is more of Recruit Boy is more of a complete everything than both of these, in my opinion.
I think that's a fair point. I think pushing
that's fair.
Muhei and Zishan close to each other, and I would put Zishan just a slightly above Muhei's, and Recruit Boy's above both of theirs. I think that's fair for multitude of reasons.
There's like a thing too where like, yeah, Muhei's story was a little confusing the first time through. I mean, you kind of got the point. Like, you got the overarching thing in the first watch, but like, it's just like, I don't know, there's some pieces of the puzzle that you need to go back and rewatch. But like, Zishan's story is only cohesive because they stop fighting and she literally tells you exactly why they're fighting.
That's like I think that's actually my biggest issue with Zishan's entries. I'm really against the opposite of show not tell. Like, show not tell is like my favorite thing when it comes to animation stuff, but at the same time I actually kind of do agree with Stone. It's like I feel like animation shots it's handled better for Zishan's entry.
If both of them were on the same level animation-wise, I think Muhei would come out on top for its story, but just I think Zishan's is like kind of leagues ahead, honestly, in terms of animation and I mean even so there doesn't need to be like a big memorable shot for an animation to be good, but in this specific case it just feels like every shot in Zishan's is more memorable than every shot in Muhei's.
That is true.
Yeah, it's like when I was watching Zishan's, I can agree. It's more exciting, definitely.
It is.
When I see them like do the crazy like the revolvers and just all of them, I'm just like, why didn't I think of that?
It makes me so happy. It really makes me so happy. It really
like
does.
just how crazy it is. I'm like, what crazy thing are they gonna do next? But yeah, I can say that like it's definitely more. I would put it above Muhei's.
Which feels so awful because like I feel like I have to say something for Muhei's because I was the one who made like the bold choice for that to start it. But
I think you did a good choice actually. Like it's good.
I sat with it for a long time. I've been thinking about this for like at least the last hour because I feel like that's where my hang up was going to be. And that's why I was like, I'm going to make a bold statement, and this is my argument because I had been letting it simmer and simmer and simmer, and Muhei's part is the characters are incredibly lovable, incredibly stylistic. The backgrounds are incredibly polished. The story is definitely more rich, like all of those things. But I still put Zishan's above it for everything I originally stated in my argument.
I think actually it's good you brought it up from the current place. I probably would go with the current one then before, even though I do really like Muhei's entry. But that's from like a, I'm like a very storytelling person, so it's like good to hear like people who are kind of like going back into animation, and like I will go back to the animation because of that.
I'm kind of okay with this right now. I think.
It looks good.
What entry is right outside of it right now? Out of
JD,
JD,
Ethan, and Balnar. I like JD more than Muhei's, but that's just me. But
I would not
put Muhei anywhere lower than this. Sorry.
I mean, I think again from an animation perspective, there are stronger parts than Muhei's, but I think Muhei's should hang on based on
the full package.
I guess just me and Stone are just gonna.
I know, dude.
Props to JD.
You can put up the money for the Judge's Choice Award. And give it to Divine.
I also like Ethan's too, though.
I was just thinking, like, man.
I agree with you. I like Ethan.
The crazy thing is, now that we did this, the thinking behind that, the Zishan versus Muhei thing, like, if you do that again with Ethan, it almost feels like Ethan should be the one. But it's like, it's just such a weird thing where it feels like we could go forever. Because, I mean, again, like, I think Ethan is probably a better animator overall, and I think both stories were good and had iffy parts, but I think I would still remember Muhei's more.
I think it all depends on like who understood whose part storytelling, and for me, I understood Ethan's storytelling, but I didn't understand Muhei's storytelling. But then some of you guys, it's like the reverse, right?
Right. I think it's me and House. Then,
I mean, I actually have Ethan's like a lot. I mean, Ethan's number 2 in my entire judging ranking. Like, he's really high up.
Ooh, so we should probably have the conversation then. We should probably have the conversation.
Yeah, if he's number 2 on yours, then.
Ethan is second place for me because of just in general, like, it's like one of those like situation like guilty pleasure, like with like Stealth with Meteor and Hyun with Nycox's entry is like the same for me with Ethan's. Is like I really like Ethan's entry, but that's just me.
Me too. I just really like Ethan was 4th for me, so it was really high up there. Yeah. What about you guys?
Now I'm contemplating swapping Ethan and Muhei. Oh no. I don't know.
I agree with that, but that's just me.
I know Hyun and me would be agreeing with it, but I'm not sure about you guys.
I think I would agree with it specifically because it feels like they're both trying to accomplish telling a pretty in-depth story, and I just think Ethan out-animates. And then also, I think it ends up being a little more powerful because it's more understandable.
True, yeah.
It hurts because like I had Muhei originally at like 4th or 5th. Like I love that animation, but
yeah,
like again, if I go like purely based on all the criteria and I look at all of them as a whole, it just like Ethan's become stronger and stronger.
For me, like when it comes to silent storytelling, Ethan did a lot more and tried a lot more different things to pull that off.
Yeah, it was more ambitious.
Yeah, he was definitely had higher score on innovation. Like I think my scores for him don't fully represent how like on my list as it currently is, not changing anything. I feel like he would be higher up on my list.
I think it's longer, it tells the story clearer, and it's animated more.
Yeah.
Animated more, and he also made a lot of really, really brave choices, like I said before, even when I was the one that was, why he was a little bit lower.
I really like both of the entry, but I would have to choose Ethan's one before Muhei for sure.
Yeah, I can agree. I think
All
he should at least be Oni.
Yoink.
Dude, I feel so bad because this is so
I know,
hard
it's
to
so
do.
terrible.
This is really, it is very difficult, but I think we are making all
Onis, bro.
valid
What are we
points
doing?
collectively.
12 Onis.
I think people will enjoy watching this part of the segment though, because it is tough. And I think
this is not edited out.
oh no, they're gonna watch this part for sure.
Wait,
They're
just
gonna
watching their part just drop, bro.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing though,
So
I don't think
sorry.
anyone is going to disagree that this is a hard decision to make because these are all good. I think people will also appreciate how we are going more in depth and making decisions and coming up with our reasonings behind it and kind of debating for that, and then we all end up agreeing with that decision. I think that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, it's better than just the raw numbers in a vacuum and then just throwing them together. And
Exactly.
that's what we ended up with. So that's what it is.
Wait, what were you saying, House? I cut you off. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like I'm glad that you're not editing this part out, so that way like Afro T didn't think I hate his animation because I
Yeah, exactly.
I
but
don't
like
hate
the way
any
I
of these
worded
animations.
it,
No.
but like the way I worded it because of like I really like how like Stealth kind of was expecting more of it. It kind of like made it sound like I hate it, but I actually really like.
It's dude. No matter who talks today, we're all gonna sound like a little bit of assholes to someone's part. Okay?
Yeah. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them either because everyone here did an incredible job. And it's an almost impossible job with 10 very different, completely different animations to look at art and say, this one's actually better. It's really, really hard to do that because in a perfect world, they're actually all in first place for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
Like they could be parallel in so many different ways. It's very, very, very difficult. So I hold no grudge against anyone who would feel bad if I said something about their animation. Because I get it. I've been there 100%.
We're sounding so desperate here. We're like, please don't.
No,
say
it's
it.
the truth, man. No, it's true.
Yeah, but see, like even JD's animation, I dogged JD's animation for being so long, but like, oh my god, the first 2 minutes of JD's animation is so fucking cool to me. Like it's like one of the coolest things I've seen in a while, and for my dumbass to sit here and be like, it's too long.
Why is there just pure fighting animation for 12 minutes? I can't believe they did this.
Counter argument. It's pure fighting animation for 12 minutes.
Okay, let's just try to get back on track because it's getting pretty late. Are we happy with this? Is this the thing? Is this the final thing? Me, I'm gonna say
Hyun.
I'm okay with this personally.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm good. I'm good with it too.
Yep, me too. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I think this feels good.
And there you have it, you guys. That is how the winners were selected. I hope you can all appreciate how in-depth the judges went into deciding all the winners. That entire call went on for over 3 hours, so I just want you guys to give a huge thanks to all the judges for staying that long and for making sure the winners were all chosen and agreed upon as a unanimous decision. Alas, our long journey for the chosen one has finally ended. But I believe a new chapter has just begun. I hope the new generation of stick animators will continue to push the limits as we have some huge plans for 2026, okay? Thank you everyone who participated this year, and a big congrats to our new Onis and our new chosen one. For everyone in the chat, if you want to support us and support the tournament, all you gotta do is like the video and subscribe to this channel, you guys, okay? And if you all made it to the end, I'd like to hear your thoughts about the tournament in the comments below, if we did anything that you liked, or if you have any critiques for this year that we can learn from. And yeah, that's about it. I guess I will see you in the next big event. I'll see you next time. Oh, man.